Hello, I'm John from J&N Travels. In today's cruise news, travel news, there is an extension of Universal Disney Park shutdown. The cruise industry comes up empty looking for financial help, and the postponement of the 2020 Olympics. The Universal Parks extend closure date. Universal Studios Hollywood and Universal Orlando Resort had hoped to reopen its gates by the end of the month after closing on March 15th due to the spread of the virus. The optimism was great, but it won't happen. Universal has announced that both parks and their respective City Walk attractions will now remain closed through April 19th at the very least. Disney World to remain closed until further notice. As the number of cases in Florida continues to climb, Walt Disney World officials have announced that the company's operations will remain suspended until further notice. Company officials said Friday the Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Resort will remain closed until further notice. Earlier this month, Disney announced its theme parks and hotel will remain closed through the end of March. In the statement released Friday, company officials said that Walt Disney Company has been paying its cast members since the closures began and will continue to pay hourly park and resort cast members through April 18th. Cruise lines to miss out on relief from the U.S. stimulus bill. How does the new stimulus bill affect the travel industry, you ask? The cruise industry is amongst the hardest hit by the outbreak, but the $2 trillion stimulus bill working its way through the government will not provide bailout funds for the cruise companies. According to the Washington Post, the bill would allot $500 billion in loans or guarantees to distressed businesses, but the companies must be based in or work primarily in the U.S. Several of the top cruise lines in the world are not incorporated in the U.S. as a way to avoid paying higher taxes and to avoid the more stringent minimum wage requirements. These include Carnival Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean International. The cruise industry agree that most important stimulus the government can provide on behalf of the wider cruise community in the United States is to help for small and medium-sized businesses, including the vast network of travel agencies, tour operators, and suppliers. The stimulus bill also provides $10 billion in direct assistance to airports across the country, but they would be required to retain at least 90% of their workforce through the end of 2020 in exchange for the funds. Our last story, 2020 Olympics postponed. Just 1 week ago, I told you that the Olympic organizers wanted to run the games as scheduled. Now, 1 week later, the 2020 Olympics in Japan has been postponed until 2021. With dust settling from the decision to postpone the Olympics until next year, organizers now face an unprecedented challenge. On 3 occasions in the past, all because of world wars, the games had been canceled. But never before have they been shifted in this manner. On Thursday, a task force named the New Start Tokyo 2020 was set up as a rescheduling of the Olympics got underway. Organizers said in December that the cost of hosting the Olympics was $12.35 billion, while sponsors, insurers, and broadcasters have also committed billions to the Games. The payoff for these investments will now have to be put on hold. On March 23rd, 3 countries, Canada, Australia, and Great Britain, said they would withdraw from the Games if they were not postponed by a year. On the same day, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe stated that he would support a postponement, citing that ensuring the athlete's safety was paramount. On March 24th, the IOC and the organizing committee announced that the 2020 Summer Olympics would be rescheduled to a date beyond 2020, but not later than the summer of 2021. They stated that the Games could stand as a beacon of hope as a world during these troubled times, and the Olympic flame could become the light at the end of the tunnel. Prime Minister Abe stated that the IOC President Thomas Bach responded with 100% agreement to his proposal to delay the Games. For continuity and marketing purposes, the Games will still be branded as the Tokyo 2020, despite the change in scheduling. Please subscribe by hitting the subscribe button or click on the frog icon on the video. Don't forget to click the bell to get notified of our future videos. And of course, please click on the thumbs up.
And remember, stay young and have fun.